Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's a good day. I hope you're feeling it. So today's video is continuing on with my series that I have going here on YouTube, which is dedicated to beauty and hijab. It's kind of a series about natural beauty and hijab and embracing the skin that you're in. So this video is dedicated to eyebrows. So if you guys don't know me, I have been growing out my eyebrows since February 2018, so about a year and a half. And I actually like my eyebrows now, but they have gone through a major transformation. I'll put on the screen how my eyebrows looked originally and then how my eyebrows looked during the growing out stage, and then I'll also zoom in and show you guys how they're looking right now. But basically today I want to give you some practical tips and advice as to how you guys can grow your eyebrows out if that's something that you're wanting to do. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump right into it. So the first piece of advice that I would give is that you need to have a why. If you don't have a why as to why you're growing your eyebrows out, then you're not going to be able to stick to it. You are just going to end up plucking them. So my advice would be to get yourself a why. So I personally stopped plucking my eyebrows for a religious reason. It's against my religion to pluck my eyebrows, and I decided that there's nothing more beautiful than obeying my Lord. So yours might be completely different. It might be a personal reason that you have. So whatever it is, just find your why. The second piece of advice that I would give you is to not touch your brows at least for the first 2 months. So the first 2 months is when there's going to be the most change. It's going to look the most different. The hair is going to be growing in all different directions, and you're going to be most tempted to pluck your eyebrows within the first 2 months. There's something therapeutic about like plucking the hairs out of your eyebrows, but just don't pluck. Whether that means that you need to throw your tweezers away, whether that means you need to hide them in the depths of your cupboard, just do not pluck your eyebrows at all for the first 2 months. You also might get hairs that will like start sticking out of your eyebrow as opposed to growing this way and growing flat on your eyebrow. Now this is the result of plucking, so don't think that your hair is naturally going to grow like that always. It's because you've over plucked your hair that your hair now doesn't know how to grow in its specific routine way. So you need to make sure that even though your hair is sticking out like this, do not pluck, and your hair will eventually stop growing out. But in saying that, you'll now need to teach and train your brows to grow in the direction that you want them to grow. So I have 2 things that I would advise you to do for this. The first thing is to brush your brows. I can't even express how often I used to brush my brows when I first stopped plucking them, because my hair was just everywhere. Some were down, some were up, and they were just all over the place. So you want to brush your brows up, not down. If you brush them down, then it will make your face look droopy, and if you brush them up, then it will make you look more awake and just a lot more better. So you brush your brows up. Whoops, wrong side. Use this side of the brush. So this is just like $1 brush that I got from the shops. I'll try to link one below that's pretty much exactly the same. Doesn't really matter what one you get, but yeah, so just brush your brows up. That's the first thing that I would recommend, and you can do that as often as you want. You can put it in your handbag, you can do it multiple times a day. I would recommend at least 2, maybe even 3 when you're first doing it. And also, like, I don't know, when I didn't have that thing with me, I would literally just go like this and just like brush them up with my hand. I was obsessed with doing that because I just wanted my brows to like be trained. So just like your hair on your head, you need to train your eyebrows also, and so brush your brows up to train them. The second thing that I would advise, especially for those hairs that do stick up like I was talking about, is to get a brow gel. A clear brow gel will save your life. You can buy one from Elf, that's pretty affordable. I'll try to link one below of somewhere that I find a brow gel that's pretty good. But any clear brow gel will basically stick your hairs in the position that you want them to stick, and this is more necessary for people that have really thick eyebrows. Obviously I'm a white girl, I don't have the thickest eyebrows in the world, but they are fairly thick. Like, they're thicker than a lot of the people in my family, and they're thicker than a lot of people that I know in general, but they definitely aren't the thickest thing in the world. So if you are struggling with your eyebrows standing up and out of your face, or if your eyebrows just are not being tamed whatsoever, just brush your eyebrows up, and that will help you be able to work through this like really bad growing out process without your eyebrows looking the worst in the world. The next thing that I want to let you guys know is that it will take up to 12 months for your eyebrows to grow back to how they're naturally going to be forever. So just keep that in mind, but also know that the first 6 months will be the major, like, biggest difference, and after the 6 months point you'll probably get like one hair here and there that you won't even notice. And then even more so within the first 2 months, where you see the most change and you're just the most tempted because you miss your old eyebrows. If you can get past the 2 month point, then you can get past the 6 month point, and then you can get past the year point, and you can just never pluck your eyebrows again and save yourself all the hassle. The last piece of advice that I have for you guys is to make sure the rest of your face is looking put together to compensate for what you might view as like the worst eyebrows in the world. So a lot of people, when they stop plucking their eyebrows, they stop maintaining the rest of their face, and so they're just like, yep, I'm just ugly, I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm ugly. And because they feel so ugly with every other part of their face, it pushes them more to want to pluck their eyebrows. So moisturize your lips, do a lip scrub if you want to, sugar and Vaseline, the best mixture ever. I also shave my face. I know a lot of people might think this is super weird, but it's actually very common and very popular. So I use a face razor. I'll link below where you can get them. You can get them like in a little pack. They're super cheap, and I just shave my face. Let me know if you guys would want an entire video on body hair in Islam, because I feel like a lot of people don't know, because it's a very taboo topic, what parts of hair on your body should and shouldn't be removed, and how often it should or shouldn't be removed. So it's actually completely Islamically okay to get rid of the rest of your hair all over your face if you want to, apart from your eyebrows. So I do shave my face, and I will literally just shave like that. It's actually a myth that your hair will grow back thicker. That is a complete myth. You guys can Google it if you don't believe me. But as for your hair growing back darker, I personally haven't experienced that, but perhaps some other people will. It's a matter of the sun naturally bleaches the hair on your face, or the hair wherever the sun is seeing it, and so it will turn it a lighter color. And so maybe, not in my experience, but maybe some people will experience that when their hair does grow in, because it's not bleached from the sun, it will appear darker, and so then they might think it appears thicker. It's not thicker at all. I don't know if it's necessarily darker or if it's all in your head, but for me personally, I haven't found that my hair has grown back darker whatsoever. So I actually shaved my whole face, all here. And not only is it good for removing hair, because I just don't like the appearance of like hair in your face, even if it's that light like blonde hair, I just don't like it, and it makes your face a lot smoother, and also it helps to exfoliate your face. So if you have dry skin on your face, then this will help exfoliate your face, and if you have scarring on your face, then this will also help speed up the recovery process for your scars. So when I'm going around my eyebrows, I'll show you guys quickly. So for starters, I would recommend for everyone to pluck this part of their eyebrow. This is not part of your actual eyebrow, so Islamically it's okay to pluck. This is like a monobrow, so you're supposed to have 2 eyebrows, and if you're not plucking here, then you're only going to have 1. So to measure where you can remove the hair from, you actually line up this part of your nose, you get a straight edge, and you line it up there. So anything here I'm allowed to pluck, anything from here I'm not. And as well on the other side, anything here in between these 2 bridges I can pluck. Don't measure from this part of your nose, because you will have like gappy eyebrows and it will look horrible, and that is not where you're supposed to measure from. It's from the point of your nose upwards is where you can pluck. And then I also remove hair up here. I don't go anywhere near here, but also hair does grow naturally between your eyebrow and your hairline, so I'll touch up right next to my hairline, and I will remove hair from up here. I also remove hair from my forehead if I feel like it. I only do this like maybe like once a month, if that. So that's personally what I do. Again, I won't go anywhere near my actual eyebrow itself, because I don't want to remove any hair from my eyebrow, but I will remove hair from up here, because I do find that hair here doesn't grow as blonde either. So if the rest of your face does look really pretty and really clear and really clean, then your eyebrows won't look as bad at all. So yeah, again, this is how my eyebrows are looking now. I personally prefer them unplucked, but it took a long time to get to that. So if you guys are wanting to stop plucking your eyebrows, please share that journey with me. I would love to see. Hit me up on Instagram. I would love to support you. But my biggest tip is to go back to your why. Ask yourself why you're doing it. For me, there's nothing more beautiful than obeying Allah. For you, there might be a completely different reason. Either way, not plucking your eyebrows is just so much better for you, just all over, like no pain. To be honest, you're not worrying about the beauty standards around you, and you just feel more confident and comfortable in the person that you naturally are. So I personally would encourage everyone to do it, but that's just my opinion. So those are my tips and advice and points that I wanted to point out for you guys that are practical if you are planning on maybe avoiding plucking your eyebrows. So I hope it was beneficial for you guys. If you do like this video, make sure you like this video so I know that you want more of this series. Make sure you subscribe because I'm desperate. And if you did like this video, then I'm sure that you're going to like my previous video, which was a skincare video. I'll leave it in the bar up the top and the description box below. And with that being said, I'm just gonna go now. Bye.